Module 1. What do we want to know in Module 1? We want to know about you, but of course we want to know about assessment too. So we want to go over Module 1 to make sure that you understand what is expected of you. We will do this every week or every module so that you know what's expected, and possibly multiple videos to help you out a little bit. Our first week, we're going to focus on getting to know you, and we want you to introduce yourself to one another. Please do that. So you'll find some instructions up here. Also, you will find instructions for the entire module in greater detail through this where it says Module 1, General Instructions. You'll see the various modules will also have instructions in the very beginning. Let's click on this. You'll see a tiny bit of information. You find the general goal, some materials that may be outside of D2L, and then you'll find the learning path with the approximate amount of time that will take you to complete the activities. If things take much more time than that is designated, you probably want to let the professor know so that the professor knows that he or she is inaccurate in her deciding or determining the amount of time something will take and needs to rescale things as necessary. So here's the things that you need to do this week. Discussion forum, profile update, some what do we want to know about an online assessment activity, a quiz that's really a diagnostic assessment and reflection, and some reading for Module 1 and a review of what's to come. So let's take a look at some of these things, but some of the things will have their own separate video or you won't need them. First, this is a Google document. If you see here, you can add it to your drive. For those of you who like to have as much as possible on your drive, you can add it. Also at this point, you may just want to go to File, and you may want to download it. You can download it as a Word document, but you can also download it as a PDF or something like that, so you can print it out and use it as a checklist, and that might help you determine what you need to get done. So if you want to add it to your drive, you can do it that way, or you can download it to your computer this way, in whatever way is best for you. Next, you'll do the discussion forum, and you can go click right through here. Here's a discussion forum right in here. It gives you the questions. You're going to start a new thread, title it probably with your name and answer the questions. We're going to go back. This next item is actually not an item that you can find in the list, and that's your profile update. We want you to update your D2L profile by clicking on your name at the top right of the D2L home screen and edit profile. If you see here, you have your name. On the drop down, you'll see profile. You can go right in there and edit it. And by the way, you can get text message notifications of changes. So if you want things to come on your phone, make sure you click that you want them to come on your phone. All right. So the next thing, we're going to go on. Everything else actually is just within the list. So feel free to just follow along in the links. Next, what do we want to know? Once again, you can add this to your drive if you would like to, but you can type right in here, directions. Please write your name and what you want to get out of this course. Also list any questions that you would want us to answer. Notice that this is an editable document, and you too can edit it and correct typos if needed by you and your peers. Write your name and then any ideas or thoughts that you have. Read also what other people have and what they have shared. So, like I said, this is an editable document. Please feel free and put things right in there. The next is you have to take a diagnostic quiz. Please do not worry about any grade on this. There is no grade. I'll even write that here. Take the quiz. So take the quiz and reflect on it in the next link. Look at your grade at the end. Please do not worry if you do not have it all. Next, Here is another Google document that is editable, but this time it's actually a spreadsheet. If you'd like, again, you can add it to your document. You'll find that you cannot change your names because we've put a protection on them, and you cannot change these cells because there's also been a protection put on them. So you pick out who you are and answer this question. Reflection on diagnostic test. What was your initial reaction after taking the test? What surprised you? Did not surprise you? What do you wonder about? You don't have to answer all those questions, but go ahead and list that in there. And then over here, rate your knowledge on a scale of 1 to 5. So if you look at that, you'll see that right in there, there's a little dog ear. That means there's a comment there, and you'll see a comment by me, he, and here. Give yourself a score of 5. Give yourself a score of 5 is the highest, and 1 is the lowest. Then if you want to see what the average score is of everything, you can scroll down, and this will calculate the average. So we can see how people felt about their online assessment. Next, you have a journal. There will be instructions right in here on how you take this journal, add it to your drive, and make it your own. Those will be other things, but you want to be able to have your own journal. And in this journal, you're going to reflect on the role of presence. We want you to be present. Take a deep breath. Oh, yes, we want you totally here and with us. We want your mind, your thoughts, but not if you're feeling yucky. We want you to put those behind us and just think about what this course means to you and what it's going to mean in the future, and take us on that journey so we can learn together. So that's the last thing you have to do for this week. If you have any questions, that's the next week or the week after that. If you have any questions, please let me know. But in the meantime, make sure that you do Module 1. Oh, I did forget something. How about that? So I want you to do Module 1, but I also want you to look over the field experience. Okay, look at these directions, look at the information, look at some of the helpful hints. And I think that's the last thing there on the list. So don't forget that. I almost forgot. In any case, we're looking forward to your Module 1, and we're looking forward to learning a little more about you and how you feel about assessment.